Is your engine stalling out or blowing black smoke and showing a P0090 code on your scanner? This is a serious issue that points directly to an open circuit in your fuel pressure regulator control system, and it requires immediate attention to prevent engine damage. This code specifically means the powertrain control module, or PCM, has lost contact with the electronic fuel pressure regulator, which is the component responsible for managing how much fuel gets to your injector. When the computer says the circuit is open, it usually means a wire is broken, a connector is unplugged, or the regulator itself has failed internally. Because the regulator cannot function without that signal, your fuel pressure might spike way too high or drop too low, causing the vehicle to have a hard time starting or to run very poorly. You might see a significant drop in miles per gallon or even damage your catalytic converter if raw fuel is being dumped into the exhaust. To troubleshoot this, you're going to need a multimeter and a fuel pressure gauge. Start by visually inspecting the wiring harness on top of the engine, especially if you live in a cold climate where mice and squirrels like to nest and chew on wires. If the wires look good, clear the code and see if it comes back immediately. If it does, disconnect the connector at the fuel pressure regulator and use your multimeter to check for power and ground coming from the computer with the key in the on position. If you have power and ground, the issue is likely the regulator itself. However, if you did not have power, you need to trace the wiring back using a diagram to find the break or a blown fuse. Be very careful when testing actual fuel pressure with a gauge, because gasoline is highly flammable and under high pressure, so always keep a fire extinguisher nearby and work on a cold engine if possible. If the wiring tests out fine and the regulator is new but the problem persists, you could be looking at a bad fuel pressure sensor or a rare computer failure. This is a repair you want to get right, so if you're not comfortable dealing with high-pressure fuel lines, it's best to tow the vehicle to a certified shop. Drive safe and keep that engine running smooth.